Kanti bangaphezulu kwe-900,000 abafundi ababhale imviwo zayo i-NSC luka-2025 nto leyo ke yenze ukuba ibe yeyona klasi inkulu ukubhala imviwo kwimbali yoMzantsi Afrika. Umzantsi ophakathi kwamanani abafundi abaphumelele imatric nenani lezithuba ezikhoyo kumaziko emfundo ephakamileyo ushiya abaqikelelwa kwi-121,000 labafundi abaphumelele imatric bengenawo okanye bengenandawo ngoko nangoko kwinkqubo karhulumente. Ukuncokola ke ngakumbi sinaye uZindziswa Mani ongumphandi we-SABC. Zindziswa, masikubulise sikwamkele SABC lihaye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ndiabulela Kholosa, for you guys to invite me here and to discuss this important topic affecting South African youth and the matriculants who've just come out of high school right now.
And siye sadlala i-insert ngaphambili umfundi esinikeza ijeni yakhe sintsho into yokubana bekungelulanga neze siye samva udiji ngethuba enikeza i-technical report esitsho into yokubana abafundi bematriki ka-2025 baye bazinikela wasebenzisa eligama elithi resilience. 88% pass rate basebenze kakhulu.
Indeed, Kholosa, that is the highest that this country has seen since democracy. So basebenze kakhulu, but ngoku ingxaki into ba bayaphi ababantwana xa bepase kakuhle kangaka and majority yabo now can't go into the higher institutions that you've spoken about. Xa sesijonga ispace esikhoyo e-university, as you've alluded to in your intro, there are about 250 spaces that are available at universities. And then there are about 170 spaces that are available at TVET universities. Xa sijonga bachelor passes, these are kids who are supposed to be bayangena automatically in universities. There's 345,000 learners who passed with a bachelor pass. Asikathethi nge-national diploma, asikathethi nge-certificate. So already abo kukho that discrepancy of 100K engazukwazi ungena e-university.
What is 121?
Yes. What is the next option? The next option is TVET colleges. TVET colleges can only accommodate, as I just said to you, 170. That still means yabona abantwana bapasileyo by 656. That still is not a lot. Xa bendiyi-calculator apha, izbases khoyo in higher education spaces, it means 420. Xa uyenza law maths, kukho enye discrepancy efika ebenga around 200K yabantwana esingabaziyo uba baza kwenza ntoni. You must also remember, this is not the first time this is happening. This has been happening for the past 2-3 years, where there are students who don't get into the system. And most of those students, into abayenzayo, in the meantime, some go back to school, but improve subjects zabo, because there's the second time matric thing that is there for them to improve subjects zabo. And then others will do at colleges bridging courses in order to make them viable to go into university. So you must also then consider that these kids are in competition with the new batch that is coming out. Then it compounds. Lengxaki sinayo.
Zindziswa, I mean, zinumber eziphezulu kakhulu, because xa uzawuthi kukhona abangaphaya kwe-300,000 abafumane i-bachelors, yet kule 300,000 abanye babo abazukwazi into yokubana bangene kwi-university. I'm just looking at the breakdown. Iyatsho apha into yokubana e-UJ bane places ezipha ku-10,500 nje qha kuphela. I-applicants zingaphaya ko-600. Like lo 10,000 akasondelanga nokusondela. PUT nakhona bathatha 9,000. Bane applicants ezingaphaya ko-500,000 ukuya nokuya. Senditsho le ngxaki njengokuba usisho into yokubana it's been there for the past 3 years. inoba mhlawumbe ingxaki ilelephi kuba kaloku amasebe nawo ayatsho into yokubana solution, but what is the root problem?
So, the Department of Higher Education has been saying it's working on the problem by trying to increase capacity at TVET colleges, but the pace that eyenzeka ngayo lento is very slow. And also, around 2018, in fact, that was the first time the president had announced this, that there were 2 universities that were being built. These are more on the technical and policing.
Yeah.
But nezo universities are yet to be completed. This is, if that's 2018, that's 7 years later, ne? Kudala kubona uba there's a problem. So other options now say ba abazali mabathatha abantwana babo base to private institutions. We are being privatized now. Now, private institutions are not cheap. They are very expensive. Higher education already is expensive in public institutions. And most learners have to go and get NFSAS, which is also a difficult thing. But once you get into private now schooling, now awuzumfumana NFSAS in a private school, in a private higher institution. Yes. Now, then parents have to get into debt. Abo bakwaziyo, abo basebenzayo. Kukho abantu abanabazali abangasebenziyo. Abazali abasebenzayo, which is mostly middle class esafarishayo, ne? And usually those people are public servants, amapolisa, ngotishal. They don't earn enough money. They get themselves into debt. Ukuze bazokwazi ungenisa abantwana babo esikolweni, ukuze bazokwazi ungena kwezi private institutions. There's a problem there, even in these private institutions, because some of them have been deregistered and the qualifications that they were giving and whatever.
All these colleges.
Yes, now there's also that element that we need to be wary of abantwana xa bephuma esikolweni. So the higher education department has said abantu mabahambe bajonge bafonele hotline. There's a hotline yase higher education to check if some of these colleges are indeed registered. There's also equality assurance bodies like the Council of Higher Education, Umalusi, and South African Qualifications Authority, which is called SACA. These are places you can check, but are these places really like registered or whatever? Because ikhona loo ngxaki, unless you're going to the popular ones that we all know, but kukhona ezinye colleges because of le ngxaki yemali ndithi. These colleges require money. So when xa ubona engathi affordable, mhlawumbe ungacinga uba maybe I can go this and the course is not that expensive here. But then you must also do due diligence. Yoba ujonge uba is this a registered institution? Kukho ezo ngxaki ezinjalo.
And ndiyafuna ungena kule ndaba yokujonga because desperate times calls for desperate measures. I can imagine abazali basexhaleni umntana ufumane ibachelor but akakwazi into yokubana angene kwi-university. Ingaba mhlawumbe kokucheck into yokubana okay umuntu uzawuchecka kwi-sites abone into yokubana ingaba i-registered okanye kuqhubeka ntoni na. Ingaba yinto esingayibona isebenza and umntana oseyipasile if mhlawumbe uzawuthi uthatha igap, what is the future going to look like for a learner ethi mina ndigqibile umatriki, I got i-bachelor but andifumananga sikolo?
Okay. Ingasebenza if the learners go to the accredited institutions, as I said, the quality assurers, okanye higher education. Don't just take it by face value, ujonge on Facebook or social networks. Go to places that you know are credible, ukuze uzokwazi. Then sithethe zeziphi ezinye options ezikhoyo for abafundi abapasileyo abangafumani indawo. There are learnerships and internships kukho ii-SETAs ezi-offer learnerships. Nazo ke usually i-higher education regulate ii-SETAs, then ziyayikhupha ezo learnerships nezo internships. So abafundi must always be on the lookout and also go to the Department of Higher Education website to get more information. Institutions as NYDA give funding to people who have ideas for entrepreneurship ideas, for business while you are doing something on the side and you want like funding, so you can apply for that type of funding. Ungeza nezinye short courses online. Institutions like Udemy have free courses online. You keep yourself busy. In the meantime, uqale i-courses ze-AI, kukho izinto abanozenza ezidibene ne-coding. Others can start even building their social media profile in a positive manner where umntu wenza siyabona uba i-content creation to a certain degree does generate some sort of income for people. So that is also something you can tap into. There's also volunteering at certain places. Leyo ibuhlungu because usually volunteering means that there's no money ozoyifumana, but you gain experience from volunteering. Then, as I said earlier, then the other option is to go back to school, uyo improve subjects zakho, or you rewrite matric as a whole, okanye the subjects that you think as much as you pass them, and it's not about abantu abatshonileyo qha to rewrite or do abantu abacinga ba maybe I could do.
Perform to the best of my ability.
Yes, then you can tap into those. Those are the resources that are out there for abantu who don't get into the system, unfortunately.
Which is sad, because kaloku senditsho, I mean, isebe lezemfundo liqondile xa abafundi bechopha bebhalela imviwo into kubana apha sijonge abafundi abangaphaya kwe-900,000. Therefore, i-outcomes zingabanje zibenje. Iyoba buhlungu kakhulu into kubana ngoku funeka uzikrwempa intloko, funeka unyanzelekile, not bana it's out of your will, but funeke unyanzelekile, which speaks a lot to i-collapse ye-education sector yalapha eMzantsi Afrika. Now ndifuna uqonda kumba we-TVET colleges, siyaqonda into kubana abafundi abaninzi eyona njongo kukuba mandiye edyunivesithi. Kusekhona ukujongelwa phantsi kwe-TVET colleges. Siyaqonda into yokubana naye ubhuti Manamela ebegxinanisa kakhulu malunga nendaba yezi-skills ezifunyanwayo kwi-TVET colleges. Ndiyafuna nje usinikeze ingqokelela ye-TVET colleges, noba mhlambe abantu babe nako ukujonga iliso, although umntu ezawuaplya a year before or years before, alijonge iliso nakwi-TVET colleges.
Indeed, Kolesa. I mean, TVET colleges are a space where, especially for technical subjects, they do specialize in that most of the time. There's about over 50 TVET colleges in South Africa. So there's a variety of options in that space. Now, what the Department of Higher Education needs to do is improve the TVET college education. Zikhona ingxaki within the education sector. For instance, besisandova, there's not enough teachers in some TVET colleges, teaching staff and all of that. So those issues need to be sorted, and there's also been issues around accommodation and all of that around that. I wish the Department of Higher Education can put more emphasis and put more time in that and improving those colleges so that they can be seen as spaces where people can get actual skills, as you say. Umsebenzi wezandla. If umsebenzi wezandla ukhona in those spaces, and as we are seeing with the job crisis in South Africa, we need more skills as dibene nezandla, technical skills, which they are, and I want them to also tap into for IR, coding, robotics, and all of that, those type of things, they need to offer those things more and more in that sector, so that abantu babon ba there's more that's being offered at TVET colleges. There's room for improvement in that space, but abantu must not look down on TVET
colleges.
There are some brilliant TVET colleges that are producing high-level people who are ending up in the job market.
Yeah, and you know, speaking about a fourth industrial revolution, the big question is, ingaba education curriculum yethu, I mean, from grade 1 to grade 12, does it prepare abafundi for the job market? Because umntana kuba ngathi apho xa seyigqiba ufunda imatric kulapho esazikrwemba intloko into yokubana ndenzeni. Speaking of 4IR, would it not be great uba ngaba mhlawumbe abantwana from grade 1, I know there are some schools especially ezi-private, ezizama into yokubana zi-introduce AI, but would it not be great into yokubana yonke le nto iqukwe kwi-education curriculum?
Indeed, Colosa. I mean, the Department of Basic Education has introduced those. The rate, obviously, is not fast enough. There are some schools, even in public schools, that have introduced coding, robotics, and all of that. But most of these schools, you find that they are in high-end places. They, in terms of quintile 4, 5, they start there because those guys already have resources to work with that. So it's a matter of fast-tracking lendo. Seyiqaliwe. In the past 2-3 years, it started even like before the new minister, Minister Angie Motshekga started this project. But it needs to be fast-tracked, ikhawuleziswe, because time is moving ngophazamo. I mean, I was at the breakfast briefing, matric learners, and Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lusufi was also talking about this, but there needs to be an urgent transformation in terms of how we are doing izinto, especially here in Gauteng, the hub of everything. And the way that this province is moving, it's moving at a very fast pace. So there needs to be transformation in that sector.
Because nentswelangqesho iyenyuka, so I mean the first step the better. Xa bekwazi uqeqeshwa kusho ukuthi nemisebenzi izawukwazi into yokubana iveliswe. Usathetha ngento yokubana kwenziwe izinto ngokukhawuleza, naye uDeputy Director General for Department of Higher Education uSam Zungu uye watsho into yokubana belisebe bayazama into yokubana bakhawulezisane bajonge online platforms no digital platforms ukuze bakwazi u-expanda i-access to education.
Yes.
Now ndizama ucinga ke ngoku into yokubana kubafundi abasuka ezilalini already especially kumakhaya nakwindawo abangathathi ntweni, already kunengxaki ye-network, kunengxaki of accessing i-Wi-Fi ne-data. This reality izawuba njani kubo, and i-possible kangakanani yonke le nto ayitshoyo umhlekazi uSam Zungu?
You know what, you spot on. I'm trying to look at that list and iboniam about application and access, because one of the things last year that when we were having this conversation, UNISA has a bit of capacity to do that because they already do online learning. And if they can tap into that, but now obviously it also requires resources, Lendo Sitetayo. It requires increased network and all of that. So that means that also the communications department needs to come to the party, not just higher education. It needs different aspects of government to come to the party to support this vision, yoba kwenzeke, to fast track it, because still we find that in rural areas there are challenges when it comes to that.
And not only on higher education, siyaqonda wena zinzi into yokubana namhlanje abafundi babuyela esikolweni. There's also an issue of displacement kwizikolo nalapha eRhawutini sibonile iqueue yabazali betshiswa lilanga besisho into yokubana abantwana babo abakafumani indawo yokungena esikolweni.
Indeed, especially here in Gauteng, because there's a huge migration issue that's happening up in Gauteng as a whole. I was looking at a graph yesterday that says that in the past 10 years, from 2015 to 2005, 2025, about 100, over 120 learners have migrated into this province. This includes learners who come from different provinces and who come from foreign countries. So it means more pressure, and there are not enough schools being built here in Gauteng. When I was looking at a report that they had tabled in Parliament, they had said there needs to be about 27 schools that are being built on a yearly basis here. But that's not happening fast enough. What they've been doing, which I commend them for, is they are refurbishing old schools, because so there's that, and then they're extending old schools. But in terms of, in the past 5 years, there hasn't been a new school that has been fully completed. Besides the replacements, okanye kubeko i-prefabs ezifikayo, edishwayo and whatever. And that is urgent. And we are seeing the private school education tapping into that. They have money and resources. They are growing in leaps and bounds. Now, in the past 5 years, private schooling, IEB, I spoke to the IEB CEO on Friday last week about this. She had mentioned to me that 5 years ago, IEB had around 230 schools. Currently, they have over 260 schools. So that means over 30 new private schools have been, they have been created in the private sector. It goes back to what I was talking about. Imali. And this is a problem, and we have seen, maybe that graph can come back again in terms of placement. In Gauteng.
Those are big numbers.
Yes, yes. So if almost 5,000 learners right now, yes, as Gableswa, where are they gonna go? Most learners, those who have resources will opt for private schooling, but that is not possible for everyone to do that.
And you know, one parent yesterday, the time besiya kwenye intatheli yethu ibikule queue abazali befuna impendulo, uye wathi into yokubana mhlawumbe uba kungakhiwa izikolo njengokutshilo, mhlawumbe that could be a solution. But le ngxaki oko besinayo, ndiyakhumbula nakwiminyaka edlulileyo ibikhona le ngxaki, and isikhalazo sabanye abathi isikolo ndisifumene, umzali uzawuthi isikolo sikude le nalapho umntana mihlala khona, into ethi ke ngoku funeke ndenze inzame ze-transport, indlela yokumsa izoba nzima kakhulu.
Indeed.
Ndiyafuna uqonda into yokubana over the years, especially xa sizawujonga amanani, yintoni enithe nayiqaphela iyenzeka? Ingaba mhlawumbe kukhona abantu, like kune-population eninzi abantwana bezayo, what is happening?
Look, as we've seen in the census, the South African population is growing. But even, as I said to you, Gauteng as a province is growing. A lot of people leave their rural provinces and come to Gauteng. And then we have an immigration problem and a migration problem.
Okay.
Then Gengoku, that also compounds ingxaki zethu, where we feel we've seen abazali aggrieved, saying that kids from outside of this country get preference over abantwana babo. And this is a matter of migration, how we are seeing migration patterns over the years. And the sad part, xa juxtapose Kholosa, in rural provinces like the Eastern Cape, there are schools being closed because abantwana are going to urban areas. I'll make an example of a school I went to in primary, eselalini yam. Sivaliwe so skolo because people are taking their kids in urban areas. And those urban areas include outside of the province. Most of the, in terms of in South Africa, most of the migration that we see maybe in Gauteng comes from provinces like the Eastern Cape, KZN and Limpopo. Those are high in numbers of kids who are coming into the Gauteng system. It means bayashiya ke ezo rural provinces zona zisihla amanani. If we are le ngxaki is in urban areas, mostly Gauteng and the Western Cape. And that's where we even saw former Premier of the Western Cape, Helen Zille, talking about refugees, talking about Eastern Cape people moving to the Western Cape because the Western Cape is also experiencing a similar thing that's happening here in Gauteng. And this is caused by immigration patterns zabantu, which means the government truly must invest in these urban areas that are growing. They are growing in a fast pace, but not enough. And even as we see in like, let's say in the development areas that are happening in Gauteng, let's see, we are seeing booming complexes in Daoziaki. A complex will have over 300 people staying in one place. But there's no school that's near. What is happening is that ukhola abantu abahlala endaweni, but there's not enough infrastructure. I also want to note one thing, the fact that was being emphasized by the Bella Act, access to Afrikaans school. There's that thing, that because of the language, these schools exclude learners. And so it's important that we also transform these schools so that they can open themselves up to the learners that don't have spaces. Because there's a lot of horror schools that are around. But ingxaki indoba umntana uzamsa njani at a horror school where they learn in Afrikaans and they're going to have difficulties in learning there. That's an issue that also needs to still be tackled.
Uzanenye because one parent pa equine uyatsho into yokubana le nto ibonakala ngathi ixhaphaka kuthi thina bendlu emnyama asiboni abelungu beme iqueue bezama into ze-placement, but ke that's a topic for another day. And kulomba othetha ngawo kuyobaluleka kakhulu norhulumente ainveste ezilalini njengositsho into yokubana elalini yakho kunesikolo esiye sashiywa kwayiwa kwenye indawo, meaning that urhulumente funeka ephucule nezikolo ezisemakhaya uqinisekisa into yokubana abazali banentembeko into yokubana nazo they are regarded as best school. Same with imisebenzi, siyafuduka ezilalini sisiya komagoli kanti uba ngaba mhlawumbi development ingaqaliswa phaya emakhaya mhlawumbe singabona uhlumo olungaphaya. Kodwa zinzima sibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho nokusityebisela. Siyathemba ke into yokubana naxa siphinde sanqonqozela uzawuza apha e-SABC lihaye usiqobisele ngokuqhubekayo.
Enkosi kakhulu, it was a very enlightening conversation ebesinayo ndiyavuya uba lapha. I will be glad to come back again.
Inkosi kakhulu. Right Mbukeli we-SABC lihaye lo ke besidlana indlebe naye nguye uZindziswa Mani, yena kaloku ngumphandi walapha kwelijelo SABC. Esixelela banzi Mbukeli malunga nengxubakaxaka eqhubekayo kwezemfundo. Ndiyathemba nawe Mbukeli into yokubana kuninzi othe wakhongozela ingakumbi kaloku kwabo babonakala bengathi abasifumani isikolo. Niqiniseke into yokubana niyalumka ningangeni nakweliphina